Today's average person lives better than any king of the past, so it's quite easy to forget that natural selection still rules us. Could it be that today's society has created some new ways of genetic filtering that discourages the propagation of certain traits? In this video, we will uncover top 5 surprising and mostly psychological forces that act like modern-day natural selection. Starting from number 5, divorces. Many assume marriage problems are fixable with better communication between spouses, yet couple therapy sessions often go nowhere. Divorce rate numbers don't offer much encouragement. That should indicate that something is fundamentally broken. A more scientific perspective would suggest that biology of certain people isn't built for lifelong bonding. Most men and women today either struggle with poor impulse control or other psychological conditions, some of which have yet to be named and classified by science. Back in the day, divorce was illegal or dangerous. There were a lot more fatal accidents when till death was legally binding. Today, divorce is relatively easy, especially for women. The freedom to leave has, in fact, revealed our inner ape, inclined to indecency, cruelty, and betrayal. As a consequence, children from broken families don't grow up to be optimistic lovers. They become incels, hikikomori, Reddit moderators, or simply anxious individuals. This, in turn, decreases their reproductive viability. Ultimately, society is exerting an intergenerational selection pressure. Those unable to sustain family structures are slowly vanishing from the gene pool. What cannot connect cannot continue. Number 4. Feminism. In those good old days, when much of the world was basically under Sharia laws, acting like a pick-me girl wasn't a choice, it was a necessity. For centuries, women bit their tongues, cried into the void, and kept making the dinner. Women's contempt for genetically unremarkable men isn't new. What is new is their right to say it out loud. Feminism, as I've said before, isn't born of theory. It's born of female instincts finding freedom. Men chase variety, women chase the best. And since very few men meet idealized standards, feminism seems like a blanket opposition to men and patriarchy as a whole. When women no longer need men's wallets, they develop all sorts of icks, which in turn delays marriage beyond their peak fertility years. This, too, functions as a form of natural or sexual selection, one that filters out incels, nice guys, unattractive and boring men from the gene pool, and it may also filter out women who are overly picky for their league. Feminism is quite eugenic in that sense. Number 3. The 37% rule. Statisticians coined the 37% rule to describe an optimal decision-making strategy. Evaluate the first 37% of your options, then choose the next one that exceeds all previous ones. This rule applies in situations where you can't return to previous options, much like in dating, and we do follow this rule in dating instinctively. However, it's not much of a problem when your medieval village offers only 10 potential marriage candidates. When a dance with your suitor in front of your extended family was the peak of intimacy, going back to someone you rejected wasn't so off the table. Now, with the internet and city life, we have almost limitless choices. So 37% can very likely be 37 lovers with full penetration compatibility tested out with each one of them. This leads to delayed marriages or no marriage at all, and when women do their 37%, they usually don't find better partners. They burn out and settle with the nice guys, whom they later divorce or abuse. Even if they have children, the vicious cycle may continue. So there you have it, one reason why urbanized and liberal populations have low birth rates. Nature or reality does not favor a messy dating history. Number 2. Education and careers, or high IQ depletion. It's no secret that intelligent people have fewer kids in modern times. Intelligent women diligently finish their degrees, pursue careers, but fertility doesn't wait for the graduation or promotion. Furthermore, intelligent people often favor the case strategy. known as high investment parenting, so it means they have fewer kids to have more violent lessons. Again, this is all part of modern selection, and it filters out those who are too thoughtful to breed. And finally, number 1, LGBTQ. There will be fewer natural queers in future. Latent homosexuals in the past had no problem being parent figures in heterosexual marriages. Many coped by praying the gay away or writing down their agony in their diaries. Overall, most people are highly conformist. Give them the church, faith, and shame culture, most will find a way to fit into society, even if it means wearing a mask. Now, with the normalization of same sex relationships, queer agenda, and drag queen story hours, those who have inherent non heterosexual tendencies now blossom into full queerdom. They, thems, and homosexuals don't have children of their own. The gay gene might be real, but apparently it hates reproduction. So we may have fewer stylish and artistic people in future, which is a shame. With that, I conclude this video. Those factors do not correlate perfectly, but they create a significant downward pressure on reproduction in specific groups, and taken together, at this scale, these pressures are historically unprecedented for humanity. Again, we are toys of nature, within and without.